Mr. President.
Majority Whip.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the quorum call be vitiated.
Without objection.
Mr. President, yesterday the Senate took a major step forward on the path to reopening the government. The bill before us is simple. It's clean, it's bipartisan, it's a continuing resolution, and it funds the government through January. It's paired with 3 full-year appropriations bills. So let me repeat that. Appropriations bills for the full next year. Now, these are bills that have already passed the Senate with bipartisan support, broad bipartisan support, I would add, and they were negotiated on a bipartisan basis with the House. They're fully funded in terms of veterans care, and look, this is critical. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Our veterans need to know that we stand behind them. It's also fully funding on food assistance, SNAP, WINFIT. It's ready to go. Let's remember that this shutdown has caused serious pain to many, many American families. People who have stood in line around the block at food banks all across the country. And that's because 42 million Americans missed their SNAP payments. Flights were delayed and canceled because control towers are understaffed. People there working are overworked. Yesterday, there were 2,000. Yesterday was now, the government is finally on the path to reopening. This is the right result. This is what the American people need. They need certainty. And opening the government provides that level of certainty that the American people want, especially heading into the holidays. So I want to thank President Trump. I want to thank my colleagues in the Senate and both sides of the aisle who voted to support that. You know, the President stood strong when Chuck Schumer stood here and demanded tens of billions of dollars be sent from the federal Treasury directly to the bank accounts of health insurance companies. President Trump's leadership protected taxpayers and continues to protect the country. Now, let's be clear about what comes next. The Senate is going to use the next few months to pass the additional appropriations. Our economy, to secure our border, to invest in our military, to promote fiscal responsibility, and we have to do that after 4 years of high prices and an open border. That's what Republicans in this body and across the hall are making the appropriations process work again. Last year, Senator Schumer refused to the appropriations passed out many times unanimous appropriations bill, but yet the minority leader refused to bring them to the floor. It's no way to run the government. That's no way to run the Senate. It's not leadership. The debate ahead is also about the many failures of the Obama health care law known as Obamacare. This is a debate that Republicans welcome. Mr. President, health care in America is broken and is unaffordable, and it broke the day that they passed Obamacare. Costs have exploded. Obamacare premiums have gone up 221%. That's what happened since the law. President Obama at the time said premiums for families would go down by $2,500. It was all wrong. Democrats have no answer for that other than more direct subsidies directly from the federal government, directly into the bank accounts of the insurance companies. Republicans believe Americans deserve high-quality, affordable health care. Americans haven't gotten that since the day Obamacare became law. It's time, Mr. President, to reopen the government. Suffered too long. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor. Suggest the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Alsop-Brooks.